And welcome to Reading Your Comments Webtoons edition. This is where I'm going to be reading the comments that you guys have left on my ET Girl webcomic. So, let's get started. Claire Bear 923 says, "You are super good at drawing." Thank you. I have been doing it for 10 years, so Scarlet Webtoon Addict says, "Yes," with lots of exclamation points. Someone's excited about the cover page. BTS Bias says, "She looks like Setsuki." I can't say the last name, I will butcher it. From Kill la Kill. I haven't watched Kill la Kill, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. Scarlet Webtoon Addict says, "And that's how it all began." Very true. Chanty with 2 pieces of cake on either side of their name. I don't know how you did that, but I think that's pretty cool. Better not hurt the small bean. Now I don't know what the small bean is, but I guess they're referring to Ramona. In that case, I agree. Storchy says, "Drugs?" with lots of exclamation points and question marks. Kate Unknown says, "When you see the webtoon has just recently been updated and you already finished it, sad face. Back to my corner." Yeah, this was in the early stages when I was posting Mondays and Fridays, so my updates were like really short because I didn't understand the formatting of using webtoons. I only ever posted on Smack before, so it was a whole new learning experience for me in terms of webcomicking. I've never done it like this before, like scrolling, all of that, reformatting my pages. It's been a fun experience, so I'm glad that you guys have been patient with me while I was learning how to create longer updates. Kate Unknown says, "You always have those one friends that are dumb as bricks." Yes, that is true. High school is not complete without the experience of having at least one friend who is as dumb as bricks, so you can then watch their character arc when they become smarter than everyone else no one saw coming. Scarlet Webtoon Addict says, "Classmate relations," with lots of periods. I find this funny because I'm wondering if this comment has anything to do with the fact that I marked ET Girl as mature content on Webtoons, because there is drug use, there will eventually be violence, and there are sexual themes and sexual things that happen in the comic. I'm wondering if they were expecting the next update to be Ramona and the nerds and I don't know what, but it makes me laugh thinking about it. Alex Crasher says, "We're getting deeper and deeper in the story. Longer chapters, please." I agree, Alex. At the time when I was updating these, I had been doing Monday, Friday, like I said, pretty short. Now I have learned the formatting. Now I post just on Fridays. We've got Nerdy 5151 saying, "Trippy, what kind of drug did this girl take?" And the drug she took was DMT. I can't pronounce the full name, but DMT, also known as Fantasia, which is why she's called Fantasia Girl, is a psychedelic that basically will give you a very weird experience, and it is very commonly linked to alien abduction stories or alien encounters, things like that, just bizarre happenings. I had done a lot of research on it before I chose that specific drug to have Ramona take in the comic, and I also had heard for many years about it on a podcast called Mysterious Universe. Destra Destruct says she's way smaller than her parents, but the story is cool nonetheless. So, yeah, she's way smaller than her parents, yeah, especially when she's tripping on drugs. Her parents are gonna look huge. I think I actually pulled that concept from an anecdotal story about someone who took DMT. I also pulled the fractals. You see a lot of fractals during that trippy scene because someone had mentioned you see a lot of fractals. Thought that'd be cool to put that in there. Nerdy 5151 says, "I'm really loving the story so far." Thank you. Nana Van Kuna says, "I see what you did there." And what they are referring to is that I have a pun in which Ramona says she feels like she's alienated. I could not pass that one up. I love puns. MC Ray says, "Me in the morning." And let me tell you, MC, me too. You know, I get up in the morning. It's just a typical everyday morning. I get up, I put my clothes on, brush my teeth, I eat my sandwich, put my backpack on, and then my dad sits there with his coffee and with a military enrollment application, just looking all menacing every morning. typical morning, am I right? Premark 1974 says, "Get your ass back to Mars." She doesn't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger to me. No, she does not. And I probably should have had the paper say go back to Venus instead of Mars, since I made a joke about women being from Venus and men from Mars, like on the page before. Prinsicle says, "Just binge read. I like how you portray her. However, the going to drugs felt a bit rushed to me, but it could have been the binge reading. XD. Keep up the good work." Well, I do appreciate the outside point of view from it. You guys are my readers, so I like hearing if you guys feel like maybe it was a bit rushed, if Ramona went straight into drugs, things like that. Or Dylan Carpenter says, "Well, this may not end well at all." And yeah, I think when you do something like what Ramona's doing in her flashback, where she's telling her boyfriend at the time about her alien experiences, he probably thinks she needs to put on some kind of tinfoil hat. I-Rinat says, "Everyone wants to be special. None of us are. But it's so heartwarming to keep dreaming about it." Oh yeah, it is. It is. We all think we're special snowflakes, but we're not. We're all the same. Except for Ramona, she is not the same. Deanna Iloff says, "Yas." Yas, with lots of hearts. So, that's really nice. I'm glad she likes the page. Okay, I have Alex Crasher saying she's thick. Is she thick? I mean, I wanted her to be a little bit chunky. I was probably referring to the one where she's like leaning over. Hey, everyone looks fat when you lean over. That's just how it goes. Beans24 says, "For the worst, mwahahaha." And that's because Ramona asks if her telling her story to the world will change it for the better or for the worse. He thinks for the worse. Richard Beard says, "She's asking the tough questions." I love the sarcasm coming from that one. Am I gonna change the world for the better or for the worse? I know it is like the cheesiest line, but let me tell you, to my defense, I wrote it 6 years ago, okay? I wanted to just be like, let's throw this out here and move on with the plot line. Deanna Eloff says, "Yes, I'm kind of surprised this isn't popular." That's very nice of you to say. I wonder if it's because it's a black and white comic, and because I had shorter chapters to start with. Maybe if I'd released it in a slightly different way, then it would have gained popularity a little bit faster. But you know what? We're at 15,000 views, people, and that's all thanks to you guys. So to me, I think it's popular. I think that's amazing. Compared to what I had on Smack Jeeves, I couldn't break 8,000 views in the entire time being on there, and I was on there for like more than half a year. Beans24 says, "First comment, yeah." Beans24 is a hardcore fan. Got a reply from Deanna, my other hardcore fan, who says, "Second comment, yeah." Beans24 says, "First comment, also keep up the good work because I love this comic, yay." Well, thank you. Beans24 is hardcore, okay guys? Beans24 knows where it's at, okay? Your comments give me life. Madison Cloud says, "She's a fine mofo, but dang, waiting for something sucks." And then Adam Brawwin says, "Not gonna lie, Ramona's pretty hot." And Beans24 says, "I know, right?" So all y'all are sitting here waiting for the mature content. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, then without spoiling anything too much, we get into it pretty soon. We're gonna be getting into some more mature territory, and I'm glad you guys think Ramona is hot. That sounds so ridiculous. I am glad that you guys think Ramona is hot. I mean, what do I think? I sound like Obama or something. I think that honestly, it probably is because you get a really nice cleavage shot of Ramona. She only gets hotter throughout the whole thing. She gets way hotter. But you should see her space outfits. They're amazing. Beans24 says, 5 likes my ass. Come on, people. Are you really supporting the author with this? More likes, more comments. The author is amazing. Oh my gosh. Beans24. I'm a hardcore fan. But yes, y'all should comment more. I agree with that. Just because I love it. I just love the comments. I don't care if it's 1, I don't care if it's like 10. If I get a single comment, it always makes me smile. Adam Brawin says, is she nude? Deductive reasoning skills were spot on for that. I really like how much attention you pay to the detail, because it's subtle and you can miss it. So, because it's a dream sequence and things happen and they change really fast. Alex Crusher says, sees no comments. Now's my chance. Now's my chance to leave a comment. Well, you did, so yay. God, this thing is like, ugh. My tablet is like killing my wrist. And on my last update that I just posted this Friday, I got 2 comments from Gotta Appreciate Art. Was she naked before or what? Like, no hate, I love the art no matter what. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, they just have a legit question. Was she naked before or what? Yeah, she was naked before in the previous one. It was subtle, so if you missed it, that's fine. You can always take a look back and you can be like, wait a minute, what happened? And you can reread it, you can relook at it, you can take your time with it. So yeah, valid question. Yeah, she was naked. There's gonna be more of an explanation as to why she was. I don't just make people nude for no reason, so. And thank you for saying that you like my art, or you love my art no matter what. So, my Webtoons audience is very nice. Cherish 444 Harrington says she was willing to go. The ass did not need the needle, and they bleeped it out. This person's like, she was willing to go with, she didn't need the needle. That was a really interesting perspective. It will make more sense as to why the needle was needed later. So don't worry, Ramona Smallbean will be fine. I think I'm gonna stick with that until I figure out where that's from. I just think that's so funny. All will be explained in due time. I will probably do another one of these in another month or 2 when I have a little bit more episodes put up and I have a little bit more comments. But I thought I would do this as like a happy 15,000 views. Thank you to my audience and being so supportive. And I just personally find them to be really funny and really nice. And they always keep me motivated while I'm working on the comic to know that there's an audience there, because it can get pretty lonely when you work on this stuff and you don't really get any feedback or anything. It can just feel kind of one-sided. This is my thank you to the people who are reading ET Girl on Webtoons and leaving me comments and letting me know how I'm doing and everything like that, and letting me know how you perceive it. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time.